Master Bloviator here, early as usual.
Yes.
Elder abuse at its worst. No, we did good yesterday. We're looking forward to it. Just look at that, huh?
Well, it's better than elder abuse. It's elder abuse and unpaid labor.
Oh yeah, double trouble.
Yeah, I can't say child labor. You know, mentally maybe. But
Yeah, okay.
yes, let's look at this because it's a prettier picture. Oh, this does look nice. I'm real happy with this. The only problem I thought of, as I said yesterday, first thing we do is just come out and spray 2K on it. It's too damn cold.
Yeah.
It's 50 degrees, so I gotta let it warm up a bit. Found a dent here yesterday too that we missed. Oh, what do you think? Should we fill that or not?
I never saw that before.
Something hit it. These guys look pretty. So this is not sanding pits here from the sandblaster. That's just junk.
What is that?
Yeah, so all I can think of is this. The inside of this didn't get cleaned out.
Right.
And when I was blowing here, just the dirt came out and then just came flying across that way. Because that's probably what it was. So nothing else is dirty like that. Just that one piece.
Right.
That's
Try
all.
to use that cleaner, with a rag in there.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think it's weird surfaces. Maybe something stuck behind there. Sure.
Yeah. So
Yeah, down on those kids. So.
right. So that's probably my fault. I should have blown it out before I painted it. Whatever. Okay. So we'll see. We may have to ponder this for a few minutes before we get started. I don't know. We'll see. But we'll cut you back on once we figure out what.
The cephalic index is still good.
Yeah, it's nice. Good hat. All right, so Pops has scuffed down one of these two. This has got one of those evil stickers in it that just doesn't come off. The ones on the outside came off easily, which is nice. I get a screwdriver.
Yeah, I know.
So he's going to take some acetone of that and try and get that off. Meanwhile, I have sanded this down with 220. This was just epoxy, but it had some little chicken skin stuff in it, so sanded that out. And then I'm about to do the 2K on all this stuff. Turn the camera on here. Oops. Forgot to turn the camera on, as I said. So, pretty nice. I didn't bother trying to get inside here because you can't see that. Went on pretty nice, I would say. This is the 2K primer surface here, by the way. FLG4, 22 pounds with a 2.2 tip.
Now it is paint again. I've just been mixing up too much paint lately, so dial it back a little. That was 12 ounces and I already burned through it, so. Let's see if I can pick up where I left off. Okay, third coat, I'm going to put this one on pretty heavy, just on the hood. The other guy's just a normal coat. There's a lot of sanding scratches and stuff in here, so I want to try and bury them as best I can.
Fan is making some weird noises. that. Sounds like whistling. Hopefully that's not a bearing going bad. It's a sealed bearing, can't do anything about it. Gobble, gobble. Look at that guy. He's a juicy one. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen 4 toms together like that. That's cool. They know Thanksgiving's over.
This is gonna be fun.
So continuing the theme we did yesterday, I came up with this idea. You know, these guys have posts sticking out, so unlike the mirrors and stuff, we couldn't stick a bolt through them. But I did this, so I got these coupler nuts and then did that. So these are 1/4 by 20? Yeah, 1/4 inch by 20 thread. So I got 1/4 inch by 20 threaded rod, and then these guys are just stuck up in there. And you can see it's pretty stable. So that's pretty nice. I think that'll work well. Yeah, this looks like a piece of art.
It is.
So this has got to dry about another 10 minutes. This had the EDP on it, and I wasn't going to epoxy it, but I was worried of that 2K sticking to just the little bit of scratch we had from the Scotch-Brite because it didn't look like a very deep scratch. The epoxy is pretty sticky. It tends to stick to everything. So I decided to just go ahead and put a coat of epoxy on it. We've got a real good bed for the 2K. And then this guy I just spotted in any places bare metal we're showing through. That's it. The other thing we're experimenting with is seam sealer. So I got some, who made that seam sealer, you remember? Evercoat? I think it was Evercoat. Some Evercoat brushable seam sealer. That's still wet, that's moving around. So put some of that on there to see how it seals up. And then the rest of the car, I used this stuff before. Diffuser Easy, 123 Easy. And this is blue. So if you go back in my old videos when I did the trunk and stuff, this is what I used. This stuff dries pretty firm, but still flexible. I'm not sure about that Evercoat stuff, so I decided to stick it on a couple pieces of metal there, and we can come back next week and see, you know, does it dry like a rock or does it dry flexible? Because these cars had both. Like some of the stuff was flexible, some of the stuff was not. Sorry, you're out of frame. So we'll decide as we go. Yeah?
Well, there are areas that flex, literally.
Right,
So
yeah.
you want that flexible
Right.
stuff.
So places that flex, like that little corner down there, this piece of metal here, that'll just crack if you put something firm in there.
I mean, like your car out there that says flex on it.
Oh.
The stuff flexes right out of the side of the car.
Yeah. Anyway, we're tired.
Dead tired.
This has been a rough couple of days, so
1/4 2K here, and you want to see me, you can do 2Ks on yourself.
yeah, you don't have to hang around for that. So yeah, so we're gonna get the 2K on here and call it a day, right?
Yep.
All right, let's just drive for a few minutes. We'll be done.
Okay.
got 2 coats of 2K on these guys and these guys. I only did 1 coat here because I just hammered that first coat so much so that I put a big run in it. It's impressive. Little stand worked perfectly though. Those things didn't move around at all. You can see this is looking very nice. These guys, I'm not really sure how much 2K they need. There's really not much going on. So I'm probably, we'll see. If I have any 2K left over, I'll shoot it on this, but I want to make sure I get the fender wells more so than anything else. So we have lots of little scratches and things in them, so doors look pretty nice, so yeah. All right, so I'll catch you back on when we're all done. I'll do the wrap up. All right, give you a look at the pieces here. Hopefully you can't see anything because it's too low contrast to see anything. See a little pinhole right there. Again, if you can see that big run I put in it or not, right there. This guy looks good. I don't think I made any mistakes on these pieces, just that one. I think that's the only mistake I made, I think. These guys look pretty mint. See how nice the 2K went down. I'm trying to get some shine on it so you can see it. It's kind of flat, right? So there's hardly any trash in this at all. A tiny little bit. Doors look good. Don't see any issues on the doors. That little spot right there. Yeah. That is good. Now, once I get these things off the wires and look at them, I might have schmutched something up on the bottom, but I think they look okay. Don't see anything. Okay, so I scratched a bunch of stuff off the board. Sorry, off camera. So the only thing we didn't get to do was the trunk lid in 2K, and that's just because we ran out of stands. We didn't have anywhere else to put it. But that is done, so I moved that down here. But next weekend, paint. So as long as the weather holds out, because it barely hit 60 today. If it's that cold, I'm not sure we'll be painting. But hopefully. So all we have to do next weekend is sand down any 2K that's left anywhere. Like we had a couple spot repairs on the car, but the whole car's in 400. Then we wet sand everything, do our seam sealer, and then we're going to spray a coat of the G6 PPG sealer, and then paint. I think I'm going to go with Wendell's technique from Seedale channel, or at least some modified version of it. Anybody that wants to comment, especially Wendell, let me know. So what I think we're going to do is we're going to do the cowl on the firewall up to right here and cut this in right here and then leave this, and then we'll do this when we paint the rest of the car, so that I don't have to worry about masking those edges or anything like that. And then on the doors, we'll paint the front of the doors up to this line, and so there's a nice little boundary right there where we can stop painting. Here's a little bit, not so much, so we'll have to soft edge that. But so paint the front of the doors here, basically like what you see here. Maybe do the top of the door, I don't know, we'll see. Leave this, and then when we put the car back together, we can swing the doors open and paint the jambs and the inside of these at the same time. I wasn't going to do that. I wanted to paint the inside of all of this stuff first, and the jambs here up to this line. But I keep having nightmares about tape edges and sealer showing through and stuff, so I'm kind of afraid of that, so I think I'm not going to do that. And then in the back here, we'll paint up to this edge right here, which doesn't scare me so much, because when we paint the final car, I can put a soft edge on the inside of that. Then worst case scenario, there's a tape line right on that edge there or something, but I'm not worried about that. It'll be easy to hide. But this one right here would be really obvious if I got one there, so that one scares me a little bit. So that's the plan. Let me know what you all think. We're pretty excited, you know, in 1 week. Paint! Not the whole car, but something. You'll see some red. We have decided to stick with the ruby red, Ford ruby red. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks, everybody.